Well guys, I don't know how to break it to you, but this is the final week of WordNerd Season 4. This last year has been amazing. We're about to go on a 2-week break, but we're not going to leave you guys without some awesome writing advice to keep you company, so let's make this count. Hey WordNerds, happy Monday and welcome back to Inkslinging. This is our final Monday video of Season 4 of WordNerds, so I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite first drafting tips because first drafts are something I have been stressing a lot about this year, and I've done a lot of them, so I have come up with quite a few tips over the last little while. Here are 4 of my favorites. Tip number 1 is that writing sprints are your friend, especially if you're having trouble making yourself write. I am personally a fan of 25-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks, but if you're really struggling to get going, even let yourself just do 1-sentence sprints. You just have to sit down, write 1 more sentence of your book, and you're good. More often than not, you'll end up writing more than 1 sentence, but you don't have to. Just make a little bit of progress every time, and it's a win. Tip number 2 is to set daily word count or editing goals for yourself, breaking your project down into smaller pieces. And then whenever you can, try and hit that goal before you do anything else on your days off or when you have a little bit of free time so that you don't have to worry about it later. You're not stressing to do it at the end of the day. And then maybe you can even get ahead of your goal a little bit on those days. So the days where things kind of fall apart, you're at least ahead of the game and you're not losing as much ground. Tip number 3 is that it is okay to leave placeholders if you're unsure of something as you're writing. This is especially true in first drafts. You can be in that writing headspace and the words are coming, and then there's just something missing. Maybe it's something you need to research, maybe it's a character name you've forgotten. Put down something like TK, or I just use blank in big capital letters, and then you can search for it later and kind of go back and fill in all of those missing pieces once you've gotten that chapter done, or even the whole book done. But it's okay to leave all of that for later. Let yourself stay in the writing groove and just don't worry about it right now. And finally, tip number 4, and this is probably one you've heard me mention a lot, but it is okay if your first draft is not your best work. It's not going to be your best work unless you're in some amazing writing headspace where everything is just coming out wonderful. But more often than not, your first draft is just going to suck, and that is totally okay. Writing is rewriting and editing, and you're going to worry about all of that later. For now, just get this book done. So that's it for now, but if you want some more first drafting tips, head over to my personal channel, which I will leave a link to in the description down below. I am doing a Building a Book project, which is a 12-week series chronicling my process self-publishing a book, and this week's video is all about first drafting or writing the book, so I do have a few more tips over there if you're interested in checking them out. And of course, don't forget to join us this Sunday for our final live chat of the season. We are doing a book club all about 1,000 Pieces of You, which is a book I really loved. So hopefully you guys will still have time to read that and join us on Sunday. In the meantime, happy reading, happy writing, and I guess I'll see you next season.